Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show. Today I'm talking about Hajime no Ippo, and, well, The Rising, and this one we kind of get this one starts off with a super duper hilarious moment from what we left off at in the last episode, and that is Takamura trying to fish against Yagi, and really, he kind of was pissing Yagi off for this entire, or at least for like the entirety of the beginning, because Takamura is a terrible fisherman, and he had to cheat just so he could get a draw in with Yagi, who was kind of giving him a bit, who was actually trying to let him win, so that, man, he could just go ahead and just cut loose and just fish to his heart's content, which that he doesn't. He cheats, and then Takamura gets banned. We do kind of get a little fruition of that when we hear about Aoki and Kimura's opponents for the opening for Takamura's match, and they look really, really silly. They have silly haircuts. One's from Indonesia, and the other one is from the Philippines. They have silly little haircuts, and they both do a. Kimura and Aoki have a bet with Takamura saying that if they lose their fights, they have to get the haircuts of their opponents, and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna lose. And then leading on to that, we kind of have a thing with Aoki and his girlfriend, them talking about, yeah, I mean, you kind of can't get their haircut and blah blah blah. She likes his haircut and all that, and then proceeds to kind of go into second base in front of all those people who were trying to fish, and he's catching fish with his feet, man, while trying to like have sex with his girlfriend in front of people. Like, what the fuck is this? However, silliness aside, which they do kind of only touch on it for like a second, we do kind of get like some serious insight upon the training regimen that Takamura has to go through. He goes through so much because he's trying to meet the weight requirements that he's not drinking water. He's trying to sweat off all of his weight just so that he could fit the weight requirement, so that he could go up against his opponent, which we get our first look of, which is David Eagle. From what he's shown, he is, or at least from what they've shown of his character right now, he is the absolute opposite of what Brian Hawk was. He is, whereas Brian Hawk is a cheat boxer who likes to anger people, who likes to disrespect people, who has a very, very unorthodox style, which isn't refined, and also is a person who really does slack off way more than he trains, and tries to hide things from his opponents. David is the exact opposite from that. Or at least as how most of the reporters who tried to interview him when he got off the plane. The first thing he said was that, or at least like after he was done with the interview, was that he has no time for food. He's trying to get his rhythm back in his boxing style, and that is actually something that actually caught a lot of the reporters off guard, because they're like, yeah, this is something that in their minds, what a champion is. Somebody who focuses way more upon improving. He's still humble, even though he does have all this talent and all this skill, and also even though he may have like some of the, even though he has like an outstanding record, it is something. I mean, like, he isn't somebody. He does understand his challenge in Takamura, and also he is preparing to take him down. Which that's something that is I mean, they are doing a good job of building up his character and also pretty much kind of showing off his power, even showing how that he could easily take down people of his same weight class in his sparring bouts with a 1-2 combo. So really, they are kind of putting a lot of they are getting me hyped for the bout between between David Eagle and Takamura. So Mamoru Takamura. So hey, at least there's that, right? So that's kind of all what I have to say about this episode. So yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it, and I am interested in what's coming or what's gonna come in the next episode. So again, until then, let me know what you guys think of this episode. If you like it, love it, hate it, please let me know down there in the comment section. I will see you guys on the next John Graves show, and hey, keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I am out.